bloating, belching, pains in the gut, flatulence. These are some common things we experience when our digestive factory isn't working properly. And today, I'm going to share with you guys 4 things you can do every day to help support your digestive factory. Hey, I'm Sammy, clinical nutritionist, stepping right out of clinic onto your screen. I like to think of your digestive system as your very own factory working inside you, turning food that we eat into the nutrients we need to do the things that we want. It does all of this on its own, and we don't even have to think about it. However, when the factory isn't working properly, we become more aware of it. I'm going to share with you guys 4 things that you can do every day to get your factory working at its best. Number 1, chew your food. And when I mean chew your food, I mean up to 32 times it takes to chew some foods. Digestion begins in your mouth. And when we chew our food, the digestive enzymes inside break it down. This means when it reaches my stomach and into my intestines, a lot of the work is already done. What happens when we don't chew our food enough?
Because so many of us are in a rush, or we get so excited about food that we eat it really, really quickly.
The food that we don't chew properly doesn't break down. It reaches our intestines and it ferments, which means something called bacteria gobbles it up, and then they do teeny tiny little farts inside us, which is gas. Too much gas and we become bloated. And when gas builds up, where does it go? Chewing your food also prepares your body to digest the food. Your brain gets a message when you're chewing the food. And when we chew our food, we eat slower. This gives our brain time to realize that we are actually full and to stop eating. And then we don't overeat and feel uncomfortable. So to all the ducks out there, here's lesson 101 on how to chew your food. So today I have a delicious carrot cake muffin. And with me also is Midas, who would like the muffin. I know you want the muffin. And normally one would hoover it down because it smells amazing. But I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to enjoy it. We smell the muffin and get excited. Midas is excited about the muffin too. Control yourself though, especially if you've waited all day to eat. Look in the mirror and know that you are not a duck. I am not a duck. Cut your food into bite-sized pieces. Now, I don't normally cut my muffin. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to cut my muffin. Now, this is not a bite-sized piece. This is a bite-sized piece. And you chew, with nuts and harder foods taking longer to chew. If it helps, you can count, maybe not out loud while you're at a restaurant, because that's a bit weird. And your food might fall out of your mouth.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
While chewing your food, put your knife and fork down. Maybe have a conversation with someone at the table. Remember, it's food. It's meant to be enjoyed. So taste all the flavors in your mouth and really enjoy it. Then you swallow it and then repeat until you are full, not finished. And for those that really struggle with slowing down, get some chopsticks. So many of us have developed really lazy chewing habits. And just chewing our food and slowing down can have a huge impact on your digestive factory. My second tip to help improve your digestive factory, number 2, not that number 2, hydrate. We need to stay hydrated to make things like saliva. Without saliva, it's going to be pretty hard to chew your food. I don't know about you guys, but I've tried chewing dry food and dry biscuits without moisture.
Yeah, a bit hasty.
Water is needed through your whole factory. We are made up of about 60% water. We want to keep your workers hydrated for a smoother flow, particularly when it comes down to your colon, the garbage chute. In my last video, I talked about how he was also in charge of releasing water back into the body. If we aren't drinking enough water, he's going to hold on to as much as he can. And once he's removed that water from the contents, it's going to be super hard and dry. And it's going to lead to something called
constipation.
Nobody wants a backed up rubbish chute.
Ew.
The third thing, listening to your body. This comes down to slowing down again. And I find so many of us are always in a rush. Why are you in a rush? Listening to your body is something so simple, yet so many of us do not know what our bodies are saying to ourselves. All the symptoms and signs are your body talking to you. This is your body telling you you're doing something that it doesn't like. Whether it's something you ate, something you're thinking, something you're doing. I like to keep a thing called a food and symptom diary. It helps us to translate what your body is saying to you.
I know I ate too much pizza last night. It's the cheese. I know we said we weren't going to eat cheese anymore, but it's really yummy. Oh, don't even get me started on the ice cream. But the taste buds really enjoy it.
When we stop and listen, we realize that that cup of delicious warm milk we're having before bed every night may actually be the cause of your tummy upset and your headaches in the morning. So the fourth and the last tip I'm giving you today, eat more food that the body actually recognizes. There is so much pretend food out in the world today. While it is yummy and fun, and life is meant to be enjoyed, right? When we eat mostly the pretend stuff that has pretty much no nutrients, your factory is going to get super cranky with you. It wants real food, real nutrients to support your body. When you keep throwing things down there that it can't do anything with, it's going to keep telling you it's hungry. The factory is going to work super hard to extract what nutrients it can from the foods that you are putting in it. And the overprocessed weird stuff, while it may taste delicious, it's actually making your body use up more nutrients and more energy when you're consuming it all the time. And yes, cake, ice cream, these things can actually be made with real food, real ingredients. You don't have to just eat carrots and broccoli. Food is meant to be enjoyed. If you are looking at some real delicious foods to make in the kitchen, join my younger son Liam and I in the kitchen as we share some of his favorite foods that he makes in the kitchen. Chew your food well, keep hydrated, listen to what your body is telling you by slowing down, eat more foods that the body actually recognizes. Check out my next video to see why nutrition is just so important for us.